wait for it, and we are now live. So hello everyone, and welcome to the Geek Battle show here on the Geek Battle Gaming, and Xstreamed Improv YouTube channels. Now, unfortunately, I have a shirt that has a little bit of green. I've just been on the Slam Jam wrestling show, and so I'm a little bit transparent today. I'm a little bit see-through. Can't deny it. Now, we're going to be discussing all kinds of things, including new Star Wars, new Marvel, and some video game stuff, all kinds of stuff, and so much more after the intro.
Welcome to the Geek Battle Zone. We discuss comics and puny minds are blown. We debate Marvel versus DC, Skeletor, X-Men, and Ron Weasley. Judge Ticket slams down the gavel and cap dreams of Henry Cavill. It's a Geek Battle stream, nerd rage as we assemble our Geek Avengers team. Welcome to the Geek Battle party. We are the Justice League and our Batman is Marty. Say hello to Tim as movies are greenlit. Every new movie, Dev's already seen it. Xbox, Star Wars, and Star Riders. He-Man, Star Trek, and David loves spiders. We battle as Marvel and Disney loves Blink, and we try to crown the Geek of the Week. It's the Geek Battle Show. Welcome to the Geek Battleground, where we use the Force and the One Ring is found. Cap is wrong about Resident Evil 6, and everyone watch out, cause oh shit is sick. Gerald and Tim and Diz will try to win at the Geek Battle quiz. David and Dave will confuse their crew as they dive in the TARDIS of Doctor Who. Watch out now, we're full of hot takes. Doug Courtney is garbage, but Red Dwarf is great. You love Sega, I love Nintendo, but in the Geek Battle, we are all friendos. Oh, it's a Geek Battle show. Oh, the Geek Battle show. It's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Geek Battle show.
And welcome to Geek Battle. So my name is David Pstansky, and this is Geek Battle. There should be some more joining me. I believe inside there will be, but either way, we're going to be discussing lots of stuff. So you can be discussing it with me. Let me know in the chat what is on your mind within the world of movies, TV shows, video games, and such like. And yeah, it'll be good to get into it all. Now, something I've just seen, I'm going to bring this up here for you to check out what I was seeing here. Apparently, there's like a new trailer or what have you for Toy Story. Toy Story 5, the first trailer has been released. Here comes Capple Fave!
Someone said Toy Story.
I did. The first trailer for Toy Story 5 has been released. I've got a tight schedule of shows, Cap. So with Slam Jam, with this, I have just gone live. I have believed in my heart that others would show up. So I think Dev is on his way. You are summoning us. Yes, Dev, I believe, is on his way. We'll see who else joins. But yeah, I was getting going. And so we can backpedal a little bit. But apparently here, if I
Toy Story's a good start.
Yeah,
Toy Story's a good start.
Apparently, Woody is going to be bald because he is old now. But look, this is going to get... It was interesting to see. Last week, we had on the Spider-Man Noir trailer.
Yeah.
And not only did it mean that they took down Geek Battle, so you couldn't see it. I had to edit that portion of the show out so that you could actually watch it, even though I'd got the force field up. So being able to detect these force fields is getting more and more. So that's unfortunate.
Damn.
Yeah.
What are you doing, YouTube?
Yeah, it's a little bit annoying because other channels react to stuff, and I just don't know what the formula is to be able to have it. So
I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they do it live, but for my videos so far, now that I'm monetized, I do have to think about like a lot of the stuff. One of the things that I always say that audio is always the key. If you play audio, they will catch it.
But,
or also, yeah.
But I was going to say, but
and
like,
also if you, yeah.
No, I was just going to say we haven't been. But go ahead.
Yeah. The other thing is playing it at a different speed. So if you fast forward it while you play those clips, that usually helps. And then sometimes if you put a filter on it, that also helps as well. But there's no guarantee.
Okay. Well, let's bring up a filter. Let's bring up a heavy filter. So, that's not a filter. That's the Geek of the Week sign, which I never remember to use.
That's
okay. This is.
I just noticed that when we become the Geek of the Week, this golem there welcoming us.
Yeah, it's true. Okay, so this should be muted. So we've got Forky there, and there's a Mrs. Forky, and
oh no,
there's Jessie. Oh wait, yeah, because didn't like at the end of the last one, Woody stayed with Bo Peep.
Yeah, they're not together anymore.
Wow. Hey,
the saddest thing about the Toy Story 4 movie is not just Woody leaving, is that for me, like, they turned Buzz into an idiot.
They after the first movie, I think they made Buzz pretty useless. He wasn't.
No, in the second film, he was the protagonist. He was the one who was searching for Woody.
No, but they made him speak Spanish for half the film, didn't they?
No, that was 3.
Oh, was that 3? Was that 3?
Yeah. 2, he was the protagonist. So 1, he was the dumb idiot who thought himself as a space ranger, but then he comes to his senses later. In 2, someone kidnaps Woody, and he's the one who leads the mission to find Woody, and he was basically the protagonist in that film. In the third one, he was not stupid, but again, near the end, he does turn into, Spanish-speaking Buzz.
Yeah. Okay, so hang on. This kid is now. What is the name of the girl that ends up with Woody's
Bonnie.
Look at the lineup of toys she's got. She has got no new toys except for Andy's hand-me-downs.
That's the real reason, David. No one plays with toys anymore. One moment, my cat is annoying me. I do have to let him out. One moment, I'm terribly sorry.
Yeah. Okay. So she definitely has aged a bit, but yeah, she's still got Woody's Roundup toys, Buzz Lightyear. Oh my god, those other girls did not like that she'd got. Oh shit! What have I done? Go away. Right. Sorry, made that a bit too big.
I think this will be a very smart storyline, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be not that entertaining.
Oh, what? So Buzz is still out. Sorry, not Buzz. Woody is still out there, just like checking in on his side chick, and it's like, hang on, Jesse, Bo Peep is listening.
How is Woody the Woody? Okay, I makes sense that why Jesse wants, but the Toy Story relationship is kind of weird because like the first time Buzz does his flying with style maneuver, Bo Peep says, "Oh, I found my moving buddy," and I was like, "Oh, what? You're with Woody?"
Yeah, hang on one sec. Look, they've literally made a joke. This is like, this is triggering. Look, Woody is now bald, and they've made a joke that is beaming the light so much onto them it's blinding them.
Why does Buzz this their friendship is actually the gluest thing ever, the biggest thing. Like Buzz and Woody is like the dynamic duo, but I think that went away after the third movie, I guess.
Yeah
What
loads
for
of
me For me, it's even sad to say this because, like, the Toy Story was a perfect trilogy, and they should have just stopped. I know they did some specials, TV specials, and things like that. That's fine, but like for me, it shouldn't continue on. In my opinion,
I agree.
Like, that was it.
Although I'd even go a little bit further than that. I loved the scene. It was such an emotional scene where they almost all faced their death in Toy Story 3. But other than that, I didn't like the idea. To me, they shouldn't look. Speaking about Resident Evil and the problem that Leon is getting old and stuff like this. There is no reason why Buzz and Woody need to ever get old. They can be like the Simpsons, just the same age. Bugs Bunny doesn't get old.
that's the dilemma of the story that they proposed, right? In Toy Story, the whole thing, they're immortal, but their kids will grow up and they will get left behind. That has always been hinted upon since the first movie. The second movie is like the one that nails in. That's why like they say we'll just go and stay in a museum. But Woody gives it up, and then the final speech that he says, "Are you worried about Andy growing old?" And he's like,
Yeah.
I'll be happy that when it happens, and I'll always have my friend through infinity and beyond."
Yeah,
And
no,
they had
that's a really good point, Cap.
yeah, and I hate the fact that like the whole message is ruined.
Yeah.
They should have just stopped at 3. Why greed? Why?
Yeah, it is just great. Like there might be some good stuff in this, but I'll be honest, it feels like, what are they still doing this for? I don't know why they're still doing this.
It's the weirdest thing with Disney that I always think they have like a catalog of movies that were really good, but they didn't do well when it came out. So it would be so great if they can, do sequels to those films, or they remake those films in a good way. But instead, they always do the cheap thing where we're gonna remake Aladdin. Why? Everyone loved the original anyways. Whatever you do is not gonna go down well.
It felt so weird when they came to that, because they'd like remade Cinderella, and they hadn't done Snow White. Good. They hadn't done Snow White, but it suddenly went from them doing things that were like the Jungle Book, and it's like, oh, that was from the 1960s, to let's do things in living memory. Let's just take the Lion King and that's the height of it getting most ridiculous. Like, but them doing Lion King and Aladdin, and obviously they did those before they then did The Little Mermaid, but they'd done Beauty and the Beast. It felt like, well, I remember these, so I remember these the first time round. Why have they skipped over good. So much?
And they were so beloved. And the problem is they were you remember it, but you know how good they were. So your expectation is like this.
Yeah.
Like,
but
for me,
Moana, that is the most ridiculous. That isn't out yet, is it?
No, it's coming out this year, I think.
Moana remake. Because the original, was it like 2016?
Probably.
2016. And they're putting out in 2026.
It is the weirdest thing is like they also announced the Tangled remake, which is an older film, technically 2010 old, not really old, but 2010 old. Like, why is that not before more?
It's because of Dwayne. He wanted to be in it, and like he looked at it's like, give me a fake chest. Stat. Build me a fake chest immediately, whilst I still can do this. No one else will be playing The Rock. Has to be.
I don't really get what are you going to do? The question is always like, I know that some people say if you're remaking a film, follow the original. I always say I don't think that's a good idea either, because that's gonna be like, what was the purpose of this remake anyways if you just just do the same thing? If it's a really old film, I guess that would be good. But if it's something that is really new, if you just follow the animated film, there was no point. There's no kid looking at a cartoon going, I wish this was real life.
Yeah.
No kid ever asks that.
Yeah, I agree.
No. This is so. But let's think if Disney was like, let's make a live action movie of Atlantis, a film that nobody saw except for hardcore Disney freaks, and they would have been like, hey, that could be a good thing. Everyone would be like, I didn't know Disney did some sort of submarine epic. Oh, this would be cool to watch, and people would watch it because it's something new, but it's also kind of old.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. That there's so many Disney classics. Okay, hang on. Disney classics. What ones have they skipped over?
Black Cauldron.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean.
That would have been so
okay,
good.
So here's the list. So they've done Snow White, ruined it. They did Pinocchio. I didn't mind it. I don't think a lot of people liked it. I didn't mind it. Fantasia obviously wouldn't
I never
work.
cared for Pinocchio.
Dumbo I don't think was very good. Or am I wrong? They haven't done Bambi.
Tim Burton. They are going to do Bambi.
They should
They
do
announced
Bambi.
it, actually. They're going to do Bambi.
Yeah, they should do Bambi. That one, I have no idea what that is.
Another... Well, but with David, what do you think they're going to do with Bambi? It will be another Lion King with expressionless deer instead of lions.
No, didn't they learn on Mufasa that they gave them expressions?
It didn't help.
Oh, God.
I mean, it helped a little bit, but still it didn't help.
I don't know what any of these films are. Fun and fancy free. Wow, it's just like a Mickey Mouse show. Right, okay. And then Cinderella they've done. Alice in Wonderland they haven't done. See,
they done. Tim Burton.
Oh yeah, I don't count.
Tim Burton did it.
But that isn't a remake, is it? It's just a different version.
That is one of the coolest things I will say, because it didn't follow like the original. They did their own thing with it, and it was actually really good. And I enjoyed the first one.
I think they should I think that one they could actually do a Disney remake, but Peter Pan they've not done. Although, see, there's other versions of Peter Pan. Lady and the Tramp they did do, and I didn't mind that with the real dogs.
No,
Sleeping Beauty.
I don't like Tramp being a small dog. Tramp should be a big dog.
Now, this is where they did Maleficent, right? Sleeping Beauty. 101 Dalmatians they've done, and they did Cruella. Sword in the Stone, do people really want that?
Yeah, I think that would be... Like King Arthur. It's actually King Arthur. You don't need to remake the whole movie. You can just do a story of King Arthur and just call it Sword of the Stone Part 2 or Sword of the Stone Alone, and just do a King Arthur movie.
Yeah, I agree.
One of the biggest crimes when it comes to Maleficent, when Maleficent 1 came out, I didn't really mind it because like they did a villain-focused story, and I was like, yeah, that's fine, showing like mom's love over like true love's first. Then Philip, they didn't talk much, so I was like, that's fine. And then 2 came out, and Philip is in that movie, and here's the thing. If they have done this to any sort of prince, I'd be fine, because Sleeping Beauty Prince Philip is the original dragon-slaying prince. If you remember the old film, he's like the first guy to actually save a princess by slaying a dragon. No other prince has done that in the story yet. He's the first guy who did it. That man's an absolute beast. Wow. And in the Maleficent movie, he has bupkis.
Yeah.
He just proposes to Sleeping Beauty, and then his entire gimmick is him proposing a peace between Maleficent's dark fairy race, and he basically does nothing in that movie, and it just fumed me to bed, because like Philip was the dragon slaying prince, guys. Do something with him.
Aww. Okay, so look, you're up to like 1970. They could do an Aristocats, but I think they'd have to give that such a I don't think people look back on that so fondly. I think it's one that people have heard of but don't care about. Robin Hood, I think they'd need to change the characterization of almost all the characters.
I think it works. I think Robin Hood can still work. Because again, it's old, and you just need to update the animation. I feel like it will be a little bit harder to maintain.
They've got these kind of old school posh voices.
That's the hardest thing to mimic, I say, in current day, I would say.
That.
But that has a charm to it.
No, I'd get rid of that. This is where I would honestly not mind them bringing in Star-Lord just to do a voice. just change it from the original. I don't mind if it's Chris Pratt again.
Yeah, but David, would you rather have like the Robin Hood, like you can't play scenes, you'll get copyright strike, but there's like scene with Robin Hood when he's about to be executed. Again, this is a fun Robin Hood fun film, but then suddenly it gets all tragic, and he's like with that posh British accent, he goes like, "I love you, Maid Marian, and I always will." And it's like, oh, like, why am I feeling towards this fun movie? It's like suddenly somber, and it is the accent, I would say. I think a lot of the stuff they just need to bring back. I prefer like if they do it like a very much classic medieval accenty things, because like there are some movies where you don't need to do that, but I much like to prefer some Shakespearean stuff. It's kind of fun to see that.
That's an interesting point of view, because to me, that on the Robin Hood one makes it feel really inaccessible to kids. And then another one that I feel similar about is The Great Mouse Detective. So, because they literally do an impression of Basil Rathbone as Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah.
And I just feel like that doesn't sound like a cartoon character to me.
Well, they had Winston Price in it, and that was the starring of that whole film. I would say him as a villain. I don't know why we forget his villain character, but Winston Price played Radican in that film, and it was just awesome.
Vincent Price actually has an amazing voice, so I'll give you. Yeah, but that's different.
Yeah.
That's a villain. So you always look at Scar, look at Hades. You want someone that's got like an interesting voice for the villain. But then when you've got someone that sounds like too upper class or too serious for a hero in a cartoon, I think I struggle with.
I think you can still do it. I think that's the problem, David. They've been doing underdog stories to death now that I'm annoyed of that. Like, that's one of the things I actually hated when they made like Mufasa like an orphan underdog story. It's like, why? Why do you need to do that? He's voiced by James Earl Jones. His name literally means wise king. So just make him fucking bloody loyalty.
Okay, so that's a good point, because I haven't seen Mufasa. What does his voice sound like as a young lion?
Not James Earl Jones.
Oh.
It's
what
voiced
did James
by
Earl
a
Jones
guy.
sound
It's
like
a new
as
actor.
A teenager. Like, this is the problem. It's like, Luke, I am your father. Like, what did he sound like? Did he come out of the womb sounding like that? How does someone develop that kind of voice?
Bustling. Wait, how did Keith David sound in the Thing?
Keith David in The Thing? Yeah.
Yeah, he's the last survivor.
Yeah. Like, but why?
Was he the same?
What does his voice sound like now?
Because he also has like one of those, gravitas voices, and he has often portrayed cartoon characters with that like gravitas voice. And that Thing is the only film I remember him being young. So that's why I'm asking, like, how was his voice compared to his modern voice roles?
Well, yeah, no. In The Thing, he's great. I think that was his movie debut as well. In The Thing and They Live, they're the main two things I know him from. What's he done recently? What else has he done? Like, I know him from The Thing.
Animated shows.
Really?
Animated shows, basically. He's just has a repertoire. He played Spawn, a lot of video games, and also a lot of cartoons like Gargoyles. And there was one other cartoon that's also pretty famous. He was also in Community, a lot of TV, and also movies. He's just been like a character actor, weirdly, with like one of the greatest voices ever.
Yeah. Okay, what other actors have got great voices like that? Because I can't. James Earl Jones obviously is Morgan Freeman. Like, they are the two voiceover champions of existence.
Although I would say Morgan Freeman is a bit more different than James Earl. So like James Earl Jones' voice is more like, the gravitas voice. Like that's the man.
Oh yeah, okay. So
voice. Like if you hear that,
Morgan
you're like,
Freeman is like that knowledgeable, wise.
Yeah.
Okay, but who else has got
that's the difference?
The great voice. Okay, so who's got gravitas then?
Yeah, Keith David does, and then Jensen Ackles is a modern example. The other one I would say maybe Benedict Cumberbatch, because he did voice Smaug.
Yeah. No, I would say his voice has got gravitas. I'll ask AI, see what it comes up with.
And then Lawrence Fishburne. Lawrence Fishburne also has.
Do you know what? I've watched two films in the last week with on the strength that Lawrence Fishburne was in both of them. And they were both terrible films. And he was barely in either of them. I think Lawrence Fishburne is in the phase of his career where he's like, Yeah, you can put me into that movie because it'll get it greenlit. So they've got like a name star in it. I'm only going to turn up for 3 days on set because twice, 2 days in a row. I'd literally need to look them up to tell you what they are. Lawrence Fishburne. I'll tell you what these films are because they are both definitely recent ones that he's done. And he turns up, he does his thing. His acting's still good, but it's like, but the films were terrible.
Yeah.
One of them was called Astronaut. Have you seen it? I think it's
no,
Kate Mara.
Yeah.
And then oh god, he's got a whole page of credits. Let's have a look. See, Lawrence.
He was in The Witcher. He was in the terrible season of The Witcher as Regis, and everyone's like, "What the heck?"
Okay. There was another film.
Here's the thing: Lawrence Fishburne's a great actor, but the character they gave him was Regis, and I was like, "Huh? I get the voice, but the look doesn't fit a vampire at all."
Yeah. Okay.
He's like the Regis in the. Yeah, there you go.
No, you go.
No, Regis in the Witcher games is like a very slender person with like a front bald head because he's been off blood for years, but he has that wise voice to him, but not in sense gravitas, but wise voice to him. But when they put Lawrence Fishburne with like a hairdo, and I was like, "What the heck are you doing, Witcher?"
Oh, Grok was unable to reply. This is why I should use Copilot. Okay, but anyway, so very quickly, whilst I try to get AI to tell me some actors with gravitas. So these are 2 films I saw this week. The Astronaut. So Kate Mara, Lawrence Fishburne. I'm like, okay, sign me up. Let's see what this is going to be like. And do you mind a spoiler for this? This is a film that is not worth watching.
I don't care.
Okay, good. So
I don't care.
The beginning of this film, she is an astronaut and she has crash landed back to Earth, and there is a hole in the side of her like shuttle in the pod that she's come down in, and her mask is like damaged, and it's like she's barely alive and she's in hospital. And then when she's in hospital, there's like a pen or something, and she points at it, and it floats on its own, and that doesn't get mentioned to anyone the entire film. And then,
oh no, I can't hear you, David.
Oh shit! Sorry. As I put down the pen, so I not the mic. And then throughout the rest of the film, she's sent to like a place to be away from the press to recover from, because she had a crash landing, and her stepdad is Lawrence Fishburne, and he shows her that there's like a safe room in this apartment, and she's there on her own. But at night she hears noises, and it's like the aliens. She sees monsters on camera. And then at the end, it turns out that she is an alien. And she's got this weird bruising. And she just turns into this weird mutant alien. And her and her fella, who are separated, they've got an adopted daughter. And Lawrence Fishburne, because obviously Kate Mara is a white woman, he adopted her, right? And she adopted someone. And then she turns into this 4-legged creature with nice cute eyes to show that they're not hostile, and she flies off when Lawrence Fishburne just wants to capture the aliens. And then her husband and her daughter just look up as she flies off into space. It's like she's going to a better life now. All I could think was that one, Lawrence Fishburne only did this movie to get a paycheck, and 2, her husband was banging an alien for the last 5 years. It was a terrible film. And then, Cap, if you bear with me
David,
a second.
it worked for Avatar. It worked for Avatar.
Yeah, it's just like interspecial whatever. Here comes Dave MC. Dave!
Hello, humans.
Hello. Oh, do you know what? That is very apt. I was just saying about a terrible Kate Mara, Lawrence Fishburne film about aliens.
Was that The Astronaut?
Have you seen it?
Wait, that movie?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
I just heard you guys talking about it.
Oh, it is dog shit. Right, okay, so we were talking about actors with great gravitas in their voice. And
right.
Lawrence Fishburne came up, and I said that in the last week I've seen 2 films on the strength that Lawrence Fishburne was in both. Because I'm like, yeah, Morpheus, baby, let's go. And they were both terrible.
Right.
The second one was called Cellar Door. So this time you've got Jordana Brewster.
Wait. Say the name. Say the name.
Cellar door.
Sell. Okay.
Not sell
What did you think?
a door. It's not about a door being for sale.
It's like, good evening, sir. Are you tired of the same door you have? Try my new door.
Would you like to
I have
buy
this
a
new
door?
It
Yeah.
opens
No,
sideways.
No, I saw the movie Talking, and there's like a big talking, like him inventing languages, and like the word just Celador, he made up a word, and they were discussing. I was like, did someone look at that scene and they made a movie out of it?
All right.
So that's why I was like, confirming it.
Celador. Right. Now, okay.
Maybe that's the name of the tavern. The
Okay.
tavern in what I've got my brand on.
This is another film which isn't worth
Celador.
watching. I'm going to give an unfortunate spoiler, but I'll try to avoid like the big twist. Maybe I won't. Right, but anyway. So this couple, Jordana Brewster and Scott Speedman, I don't know who he is. She was in The Faculty, that's where I know her from. But then she was in the Fast and Furious movies. They're trying to have a kid.
Right.
She has a miscarriage. And there's like, there's problems in their relationship. He's having an affair. And then there's like, we need to buy a new house together and have a fresh start. And they end up going to this house where Lawrence Fishburne sells houses. And he's like, oh, it's been so nice of you to come here. I've only just met you. You must spend the night. Right? And so then they spend the night and they're literally porking in this spare bedroom. And I'm like, Lawrence Fishburne is definitely filming them. What is going on here? What is this going to be about? Is the movie is called
narrating the
Celador.
whole event.
Right.
He's narrating the whole event.
And now we see
He
you
thrust
are
his
the
hips
one.
slowly
Right.
forward, backwards.
Yeah.
Lawrence Fishburne, what are you doing?
She's starting
I
to
make
believe.
adult films with great narration.
Yeah, exactly. Right. But anyway, so they get up in the morning, they go downstairs, and they're like, Lawrence, where are you? Whatever it is, he narrates with his great gravitas voice. And he's like,
Never before have I met a couple so enchanting. And I saw how much you loved this house. You can have it.
right, he gives them his house. And it's a mansion. But on the condition that you must never open the cellar door. If you do, the contract will be broken and the house will
You will
revert.
find the tapes.
The house will
No,
revert
you will
to
find the
me.
tapes.
I was like, and again, at this point, I was like, he's whacking off down in the cellar, watching them through his cameras. Like, that's definitely what this story is. And so then, spoiler, Lawrence Fishburne just isn't in the film again. Ever. At all. He's in one scene where he's like, so you're looking to buy a new house. You should spend the night. Then it's just narration. I'm giving you my house. Don't open the basement door. And so throughout the rest of the film, it turns out, like I said, he was having an affair. The husband was. And he's going to, this woman, the side chick is going to ruin the marriage. And suddenly the side chick goes missing. And then at the end, it turns out that she turned up at the house and Jordana Brewster killed her and put her in the cellar because they tunneled into it in some other way. But you never found out why Lawrence Fishburne didn't want them to go into the basement. So she used the basement for some purpose, but you never found out what his reason was, except in one scene after they've just moved in and they're having a little gathering, in the garden there is just a guy holding like a canister of petrol. Of gasoline, and the dude is like, oh, I'll go speak to him. You got to move along, guy. Go along, go. And then he speaks to him later, and he's saying about just the question of what's in the basement. It gets at you, so now you need to burn it down. And it's like, but why? You never find out what Lawrence Fishburne had got in the basement. It was a terrible film. Morpheus
just by that-
let me
Here's
down.
the thing, David.
I was going to
Yeah,
say, just
just
by that
imagine
premise
when she
alone,
put-
it's just bloody awful. It just sounds awful.
Yeah. Now I tell you what,
No,
though.
think about it, like she putting the body inside the cellar door, and Lawrence Fishburne is there taking naps. Huh? Damn, they opened the door.
Shit. Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
You weren't supposed to come down here.
But the
Shit.
other thing I would have done, if someone gave me a mansion and they said, but you must never open the door, I'd just be like, Dave, Cap, why don't you open that door and see what's down there? And then when I find out, look, I didn't open it. Wasn't me.
Yeah.
Well, what if we open it and we just find past Extreme Improv members? Like, what the fuck? We found Shaggy!
Yeah. Fantastic.
And then David goes, in you go!
In
and then
you
shoves
go,
David in.
boys!
Yeah, you two go in there now.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll bring you out for Revenge of the Werewolf. Go! He's not coming back.
Do you remember Goosebumps though? Had a story called It Came from the Basement or whatever. Or Don't Go in the Basement.
Yeah, don't go in the basement.
Yeah, right. So I thought it was going to be something like this, where there was going to be something cool down there, but Lawrence Fishburne had no purpose for this basement ever. It was pointless. Anyway,
the most interesting thing about that basement that it was belonged to Lawrence Fishburne. That's pretty much it. That's the interesting thing about that basement.
Yeah, I agree.
He's like, I'm Lawrence Fishburne, bitch. Aren't you excited about the cellar that I have? That's all you need. That's the mystery you need.
Coming back to our question that led to this, though.
What was the question?
What actors have got really good gravitas in their voice?
James Earl Jones.
James Earl Jones is the ultimate one.
Yeah.
James Earl Jones, Lawrence Fishburne, Keith David, and Jensen Ackles, modern example. And also I'm going to throw in the guy who voiced Optimus Prime.
Oh, Optimus Prime does, 100%.
Optimus Prime. Morgan Freeman?
Well, that's what I said. But
no, that's more of a... That's more of a wise... He's more like David Attenborough is the guy who does your animal documentaries, right?
Patrick Stewart.
I was just thinking Patrick Stewart.
Patrick Stewart is one.
Who's Patrick Stewart?
Star Trek.
That name is...
What the fuck?
Charles Xavier.
Okay.
Yeah, Captain Picard.
So, any of these Shakespearean actors, you shall not... Ian McKellen, who else has got gravitas?
Ian McKellen.
I think Dirk Jacobi does.
Yeah?
The guy from Lord of the Rings, Elrond.
Sam, what's his face? Sam Worthing?
No,
that's not.
I don't know his name.
Oh, God.
Shit! I know who you're talking about, though. God. No, that's his daughter. Weaving.
Oh, Hugo Weaving.
Hugo Weaving, that's it.
Let's go.
I was trying to think, what was his daughter's name?
Okay, so when I've looked up the list that AI Copilot suggests, it says James Earl Jones. It then lists Morgan Freeman, and it says warm authority. Oh yeah, he is the voice of God. He is God in films and the president. I think it is gravitas, but you're right. It's not booming. It is warm authority.
It's not the... Yeah, it's not the
Patrick's.
boom,
This gives us
when
a
Mufasa says "It's that a challenge?" That's like,
I love
I'm gonna beat the shit out of you, boy.
Okay, so listen to this.
Okay.
James Earl Jones, the gold standard, monumental, calm, thunderous. Morgan Freeman, warm authority, the voice of God for a reason. Patrick Stewart, Shakespearean precision with weight and clarity. Ian McKellen, commanding, textured, dignified. Christopher Lee is a good one. Aristocratic, menace, and depth. Alan Rickman. Oh yeah.
Who's Christopher Lee?
Christopher Lee, Count Dracula. And also,
who's Dracula?
Yeah, and Saruman.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Lord of the Rings.
Saruman.
Yep. Aristocratic, menace, and depth. Alan Rickman, slow, deliberate, velvety gravitas.
That's not gravitas. Alan Rickman is
how
more
dare you? That's not gravitas. That is
not
gravitas.
I think Alan Rickman does.
You're not gonna listen to. You're not gonna listen to Snape looking at. I'm going to beat the shit out of you, and you go like, I'm going to beat the ever living, and you're like, dude, get on with it, finish your threat.
If you're using Harry Potter as a reference to make that not a thing, you're wrong.
Yeah, look, there's a lot.
Yeah,
I've only seen Hans Gruber.
I've only seen him in Harry Potter and also what is the other one? Love Actually.
Love Actually. Okay, so he's the sheriff of Nottingham in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Judge Turpin is Sweeney Todd.
Yeah. In Galaxy Quest, the whole point in Galaxy Quest is he is like the Shakespearean actor doing a Star Trek style show.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, Liam Neeson.
My grandfather, you shall not.
You shall be
like
avenged.
that. I will
Right.
have my revenge.
Liam
Yeah.
Neeson, quiet intensity with a gravelly undertone. Samuel L. Jackson,
Ooh,
forceful, rhythmic, unmistakably authoritative. And then it doesn't give. Well, let's just bring it up actually, because you can see what pops up that stands out to you. So the deep resonant baritones: Ving Rhames, Keith David.
Yeah.
Lance Reddick, I don't know who that is. Clancy Brown, I know who that is.
Ooh,
Yeah,
I know
Ron
Lance
Perlman
Reddick.
has got a great voice.
I know that.
Do you know who Ron Perlman is? Hellboy.
Ron Perlman.
Hellboy. So the guy that was in the Hellboy movies, and he also was Beast the old 1980s Beauty and the Beast show.
Yep.
I can't pronounce his name.
Also,
was he the Beauty?
Oh my God, Michael Clark Duncan. Have you seen The Green Mile? He played John Coffey in The Green Mile. He was also he was Kingpin, I believe, in Daredevil with the Ben Affleck one, right?
Yep. He for animation's sake. Do you remember like Kung Fu Panda? He was one of the rhinos.
Oh yeah. I do know him. Again, like the Daredevil example is also a good one. He was in a lot of cartoons as well. He voiced a lot of cartoon characters with like
absolutely
strong voice.
Oh,
Again, it has a very like all of these actors have like a very strong voice actor presence in like in animated movies as well.
Forrest Whitaker, does he have
other
a really
one?
good voice?
Who?
I wouldn't know. Forrest Whitaker.
Yeah, Forrest Whitaker. He went to the same drama school as me, but he was in Panic. Well, I say that he went to the American branch of it at the time. Right?
There we go.
He was in Panic Room. Oh God, was it The Last King of Scotland and stuff like this? No, you'd recognise him. Oh, let's bring it up. Right, so
Russell Crowe. Russell Crowe
Yeah,
also
that's
has
a good one.
gravitas.
I can't take Russell Crowe seriously.
Well, after
less miserable.
Okay, look, you recognise Forrest Whitaker, right? Oh my God, have you seen Taken 3? He plays the cop that's in every scene of Taken 3. He is playing a cop hunting Liam Neeson in Taken 3. Maybe it's Taken 2, but it's definitely Taken 3. The first Taken film, if you haven't seen it, fantastic. The second one, there is so many rapid cuts just so they don't have to show the extreme violence. But the third one is just terrible. And in the third one, Forrest Whitaker is hunting Liam Neeson. And in every scene, he's got a different cop quirk. So one time he's got like a toothpick. Another time he's playing like with an elastic band. And another time he's got like a yo. In every scene, he's got something different that he's doing. It was really bizarre. Really, really bizarre.
Yeah,
I just imagine like we're in the far future, like sort of that, and now we now return you to Taken adoption. It's just hi, I'm with Child Protective Services. Your kids keep getting taken by all these gangsters, so we're going to take them to somewhere safe. So just him going out to get Child Protective Services because he can't protect his kids.
I would say he doesn't have a strong gravitas voice though. He doesn't have that one. No, not Liam Neeson. The guy who's playing with different stuff in every sort of movie scene that he was in, like the because his voice is more graggly. It's not really commanding. It comes. Oh, I know him in the phone booth. I think that's.
Forrest Whitaker?
Oh, we're your partner.
Yes, 100%. I don't think his voice is quite gravitas in the same way.
I'd have to hear his voice.
Would you say Anthony Hopkins
on that one.
Is Anthony Hopkins on this list?
I didn't see him.
Anthony Hopkins, yeah. I think Anthony Hopkins worked. He was Odin.
Yeah, exactly. And Hannibal Lecter.
When you said, but Cannibal is a more of a not less authoritative character. He's more of like a
intelligent.
Come closer.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Josh Brolin
but
does.
Odin is definitely.
I definitely say J.K. Simmons definitely not using him in Invincible because his Omni-Man is good, but I prefer his voice in Baldur's Gate 3 playing.
Okay.
No, Baldur's Gate 3 where he plays General Thorm is very, very, very sinister.
Yeah.
In that one, he's like
Omni-Man
very
also
sinister,
works.
very good.
Omni-
I'll take me wrong, he's good as Omni-Man, but when I heard him as General Thorm,
Oh,
Catherine
it's got some
Thorm,
women here. Kate
good.
Blanchett, Tilda Swinton.
Yeah.
Hugh Laurie when he does an American voice. Hugh Laurie when he's playing Dr. House.
Oh,
but Hugh Laurie when he's being himself, I don't think is quite the gravitas. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Not Dr. House doesn't have gravitas either, but Kelsey Grammer does. Kelsey
Oh
Grammer
my
is
God,
the
yes.
OG
Is he on
narrator
this
voice
list?
in all. Yeah.
Is he?
He's not.
No, he should be.
No.
Okay, look at this.
We're
Orson
sailing,
Welles,
sailing.
Charlton Heston, Laurence Olivier, Peter O'Toole. Obviously. Oh my God, Peter O'Toole. I'm 99% certain, unless I'm remembering this wrong. He is in the old, like, 1980s Supergirl movie. Right? I'm sure it's Peter O'Toole. And he's, like, in the Phantom Zone with Supergirl. And she's like, I can't do it. And he's like, you can! And it's got... I love that line. I don't know if I can... I'll have to find it and send it to you. But she's like, you can! And it's got, like, this great gravitas. I can't deny that one.
Oh, Jeremy Irons. Jeremy Irons, who's
Yeah.
also not on this
Yeah,
list.
that's on the list
Yep.
there. Oh, yeah, he's got a great voice.
Oh, he's
So,
it.
I think the only reason Pedro Pascal's there is because he's done everything.
Oscar Isaac. Idris Elba's got a good voice.
Yeah, won't
Oh my
deny
God.
that.
Gus Fring is there. I don't know how
my
you
God.
pronounce his name. Mads Mikkelsen
What?
does.
Giancarlo Esposito.
That is Gus Fring, isn't it? From Breaking Bad. You know, he was in The Mandalorian, like the one with the saber.
Yeah.
Bad guy in
I know who you're talking.
Mandalorian.
I know you're talking about that. That's not gravitas. That's not gravitas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say. Actually, yeah, I'd say.
Gus
Breaking
Fring,
Bad,
I would
yeah.
say is.
In The Boys, yeah.
I've
Does
seen
he
him-
play the CEO in The Boys as well?
I remember him from that.
Possibly.
It's like, we are a pharmaceutical company. Again, more intelligible, more than,
Yeah, okay, that's a fair point as well. Voiceover legends. Who's Optimus Prime? Inner World. Whoever that is. You know who that is just where it says Inner World. He is the voiceover guy, isn't he? Okay, yeah, he's up there with James L. Jones, that voice. I can't think who Frank Welker is. Or any of these others, to be honest.
Frank
Oh,
Welker.
Tony
I know-
Todd. Oh my God, Tony Todd.
Hang on. I know Frank Welker. Hang on. Let me just double check I'm right.
Yeah.
he's
Okay.
Rico. He's Rico, I think.
No, but
I think
Tony
he's
Todd
Rico.
in the Final Destination movies is like the mortician that knows about everything.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He's got
Is
a
that-
voice.
Just briefly quick.
He's got a voice.
Fuck. And so Jekyll,
The
Bailey's Comics, Wonder Dog.
Other, I would say. Can you consider who's that guy? Damn it! Why is this? Michael Douglas? Can you consider that? Michael Douglas, is that a gravitas?
No, I don't think it is. Because, Michael Douglas, he's more, he's higher, I don't know, he's higher register to me.
Although, okay, here's the thing here. You know that Morgan Freeman has more like a narrator wise voice, right?
Yeah.
That also applies to Val Kilmer because he voiced God in Prince of Egypt, and that was superb. I didn't even know that was Val Kilmer. Then someone pointed out God was voiced by Val Kilmer. I was like, what? That's his voice?
Okay, hang on. Now, the last category it's got here, women with immense vocal authority, because the only other women on there, it said Tilda Swinton and Kate
Viola
Blanchett.
Davis?
But it's got
Yeah,
women
Kate Blanchett's good.
So, Viola Davis, yeah. Imelda Staunton, I've literally seen her live. I can't remember her voice being absolutely commanding. Glenn Close, is Sigourney Weaver's voice commanding? Is Firm?
Maybe.
I don't know who some of these are. Angela Bassett.
Who were you in this? Oh, you were Frank Welker. Yes.
Go on.
I see who he is. I was right. He was Megatron in Transformers.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, yeah. He did a lot of grouchy voices actually. He was also Rico, I think, in Penguins of Madagascar.
And Shaggy.
Oh,
was Shaggy.
in my basement. He was in Extreme Improv.
Yeah, he's the one in your basement, David. Yeah, it was Shaggy and Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
Which cartoon?
Well, I see. Hang on, let me see. There's a lot of Scooby-Doo's here. Hang on. Quite a few of them. Hang on.
How was he Shaggy?
Oh, no,
Like,
no,
Shaggy
sorry.
has been
I lie.
cute.
Sorry, I lie.
Yeah.
I lie. He was Fred.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Fred in Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, Fred Jones in Scooby-Doo.
Oh, wait. Is he the guy that does...
Fred's also...
Is he in Futurama as Nibbler?
I think so, yeah.
Oh my god, that is... So, Nibbler in Futurama, do you know who I mean by this?
Yes,
He has got the best... He has got the best voice in the world. So...
He has, doesn't he?
Before Family Guy did the little baby Susie is voiced by Patrick Stewart, you had in the first half a dozen episodes of Futurama, you had this little alien, and it would poop, and its poo would be like starship fuel, and the voice it would make would be like that kind of thing. And then suddenly, in one episode, you suddenly see that people like Leela follows it. It's like, where's Nibbler disappearing to? And it turns out he's from a secret race of aliens that are to save the universe. And suddenly he speaks like this. I am here to save you all. And it's just like this amazing voice. So yeah, I second that one.
Okay, so one that is does not have commanding authoritative gravitas, but it's definitely a good character voice. Is that none of you have seen Seinfeld, so Rob is probably the only one who recognizes Jay Peterman from Seinfeld, but his voice is so good. Like it's American who says a British accent, more like Kelsey Grammer, but it's so good. It's so good.
Seinfeld.
Trying to hear someone talk about Seinfeld, I'm actually going to eat my shoes.
You don't like Seinfeld?
Rob.
No, I'm just fed up of hearing about it.
As much as
You
I've
never
heard about it
sorry.
all these years that it gets spoke about, I've never once had the inclination to go and check it out.
No, I haven't either.
I watched that.
No, I had a mate yonks ago. He just went every day of his life. He went, "Hey, in this episode of Seinfeld," I went, "Please shut up."
Right,
I have a million other things to think about.
So here's something that we
What's that friend Rob?
can think about here. Now I'm going to bring up the harsh... Dave, last week, the Spider-Man Noir trailer got the show completely taken down. I had to edit it out. Right?
No way.
So here is the harsh trailer. We'll see what happens this week.
This one.
The Mandalorian and Grogu. Let's check out what we think of this for however much of it we can see past that. Something I think that's a bit dodgy about this, though, is how many people just haven't watched the Disney Plus TV show. And they're just going to be like, I've heard of... So this is the Baby Yoda movie.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Yoda and Boba Fett, and that's it.
They're going to be like, what?
Long live the Empire.
You guys. This whole movie
Sigourney Weaver
on, like,
talking
Baby
about.
Yoda marketing.
Yeah.
I wonder if Grogu will speak in it. Did he ever speak in the show? I don't think he did.
He never spoke in the show.
No.
They need to give him a proper Yoda voice. Oh, we got de-helmeted.
Probably take him a
Yeah,
It'll probably take
we had to have
200 years.
Okay, so because I noticed they brought in another bounty hunter who was in the Clone Wars as well.
Ah.
Because they already brought Cad Bane back in Book of Boba Fett,
They did.
and now they brought this guy in from Clone Wars.
Did they... who is a character that they... Whoa, was that a really hench?
That's a really hench hut.
Oh my god, that's ridiculous. That is insane.
I've been hitting the gym.
Yeah.
I am Arnold the Hut. Get down.
They should... Okay, look, he's not wearing his helmet in most of these scenes.
Yeah. This is
Disney
the way.
can't
I
help
won't take my
themselves.
helmet off.
That Disney can't. Well, do you
Oh,
remember the Book of
another-
Boba Fett? He never had his helmet on. He almost never had the helmet on, and it's the same. Obviously, with like
Yeah.
Marvel, they take the helmet off of Thor. They take the helmet mask thing off of Captain America. They want to show the actors, and you can understand.
Well, it's
but
I
it
mean,
breaks the lore of the
If
character.
Thor, I don't mind. Thor, I don't mind much because his helmet does just on top of the head. It doesn't really cover his face or anything like that, and it's not that really cool or bad to that identity. But Mandalorian helmet is cool and it has a mystique to it.
well, that's
when
the
you
thing.
take
Is
that
like
out-
it's the creed. It's the creed
Yeah,
that
exactly.
he follows.
It's
This-
literally-
so how are we supposed to feel about it when it said, "Oh, I follow this creed. I never take my helmet off whatsoever,"
I think,
and then he immediately takes it off?
well, yeah, exactly. It would just be like if they did a vampire film, and it's just like, oh, he just goes out in the day now. It's just like it would completely break the backstory and history of the characters.
I'll give Mandalorian
The
some
way
credit. Like
they
the first season where they
Yeah.
showed a shot of him when he got the food given to him and he watched the kid in the playground. When he took his helmet off, we didn't see his face. I mean, yes, we know it's Pedro Pascal kind of under the helmet, but the way they cleverly did it and how it was shot worked. And it wasn't until like the end of the season where they said that when the droid, the assassin droid said, I'm not a face, like you can take it off in front of me. We still should not have seen it. Like we should not have seen it.
Yeah.
You're
Like,
saying
even-
it should have
even
been
then-
Master Chief. You're saying it should have been like Master Chief. Every time he takes off his helmet, the camera cuts away to something else.
Well, yeah,
Well,
no,
kinda,
it makes
yeah.
sense. Like because immerse us in the world of Mando that
Yeah.
he can't take his helmet off, so we can't see his face either. And yet, and then that gives the reveal for season 2 when Grogu takes the helmet off. When he takes the helmet off for Grogu,
Yeah, exactly.
there's much
So-
more weight and impact to it.
Well, okay,
So
I'll
then
tell
it's
you
like-
what. If they, because that made sense when they did it in that point with Grogu.
Yeah,
If they were going to then say,
Yeah.
well, this is the movie, that it should have been a big thing at the end of the movie, and that's it. And if there's going to be some final fight or something where he takes his mask off, whatever. But if they were wanted to tease it in the trailer, it literally should have just been that he's down on the ground and someone goes to remove it and we don't see.
yeah.
Because
No,
are they banking
absolutely.
on people watching this trailer and go, Mr. Fantastic's in it? I loved that last... No, it didn't happen.
But yeah, it's like yeah, Mandalorians take their helmets off pretty much 99%
I know
of the time.
one-
But then when
I
if you've got these ones that
know-
follow the way and have a creed, follow it to the fucking letter. Don't world break it for us.
Yeah.
I would say that David, I know one girl who would watch a damn anything for Pedro Pascal, but like that's the only person I can think of. Oh, it's Pedro Pascal. She's the only one I could name, but other than that, I don't know if these fans exist. They could be. I don't know because I know one.
Well, so, okay, so talking like the trailer, I liked the look of it, but I feel like since we haven't had like this is going to be like the first Star Wars movie that we've had since the Rise of Skywalker,
Yeah.
and I feel like I liked it, but I felt no hype for it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it died. So here's the thing: first season comes out, second season comes out, where he gives up
Should've
Grogu.
just been
Then
this.
it should have been a movie, but they didn't.
It's him in a-
He
is that him in a
it
pool?
should have just been at the end of it. Takes it off, and it's just...
Ah.
So, God, you were saying...
Yeah, so they did first season, I think, which was brilliant. Second season, he gives up Grogu. Third should have been the movie, but instead they didn't do it. They did the Book of Boba Fett, and they also did the season as well. I already lost interest by that point because like I didn't really care afterwards.
Sorry. When you say Book of Boba Fett, do you mean Mando 0.5?
Yeah, exactly. That
Yeah, that's what I said.
that
That's
show
just-
killed my it killed my interest in season 3, basically.
Yeah. Because they undid
it killed
everything
the
in Book
whole-
of Boba Fett.
Yeah.
It killed everything that they built by Mandalorian. Just again, like I hated Boba Fett a lot because like in that series, someone tries to kill him. He doesn't beat them, but somehow his followers come and save him. And he's like, no hard feelings. It's just business. What?
Oh, is that Funko?
Yeah, that guy, Dave. He lost all
It is a
cool.
Funko. It's my
that
Boba
series.
Fett.
Yeah. Well, okay,
I got one
isn't it so weird that Star Wars and Marvel Funkos have to be bobbleheads, otherwise they couldn't sell them?
Well, not all of them are, but because the Disney one I've got for Captain Hook doesn't have a bobblehead.
No. Captain Hook is I mean Star Wars and Marvel Funkos have to be bobbleheads. Did you know this?
That's the way.
'Cause now
Oh
that-
shit!
we
Oh
like it.
no! Now that you've said that,
Yeah.
Oh shit!
I think there are
Right.
one or two exceptions where they're very specific characters where you can't kind of make them a bobblehead, like BB-8 or something, maybe, right? But otherwise, the reason is that they had got license agreements with other toy makers, where it's like these count as action figures, but bobbleheads fell. It's like that weird situation where Doritos don't count as crisps or potato chips because they're corn snacks. Have you heard about that one? There's some weird exceptions in big brands where they have to do weird stuff to get away with. But anyway, I digress.
There's a league. Recently, I watched a stand, which I'm not gonna repeat here because there's a stand-up video I thought, which was really funny. It's technically, well, I don't even shouldn't say this. I'll say this after the show, actually.
Okay.
But it's really funny. But it's also a law technicality, which is really funny in a real world scenario.
Okay, so there's a couple of things I want to get people's reactions on here, just very quickly. So first of all, Cap, I need to get your reaction to these pictures of Brendan Fraser, just to see how you feel about your hero.
Ah! What the fuck?
Was there a delayed reaction on that?
There was. I think I thought it froze for a moment, but the reaction still came through on time.
What? Oh my god!
So
What
he's
did they
playing
do to my
Dwight
boy?
Eisenhower. So kind of look, I guess, what they can.
What's the betting that
my
just be
boy.
Rick in this new Mummy film that they've got coming out?
Yeah, there you go.
Put a wig on.
No, don't put a wig on. Look at the baldness. Watch the shine.
Yeah. Good.
Ah! It's
My eyes. Is it the nukes going off? No, it's just Dr. Eisenhower. He's just come around the corner. Ding.
Okay, and then this is
Oh, you
apparently
don't know
from...
this thing. We watched the Toy Story trailer, and then Woody's now
Oh, yeah, this is
bald.
what I
He has a
mean.
bald
Everyone-
spot in his.
Oh no! I just don't say it. Oh, I haven't seen it yet.
What?
I haven't seen it yet. The trailer for Toy Story 5.
Doing!
What the
Right.
fuck is it? He's balding. Look at this. Why is he wearing a cape?
Well, you'll see
Or is
the
it supposed to be?
trailer.
Or is it supposed to be like a Red Dead poncho that he's
Yeah,
wearing?
it is. It literally is.
He just found what? He just found a snot rag somewhere and was just like, you know what? I'm gonna wear this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look cool.
I think that's pretty
what's
much
what's
it.
that stain on there? We don't ask about the stain.
Oh, dear.
Dear oh dear.
Everyone's going bald.
You'll be going bald soon, Cap.
See, I literally do not have hair. I wish I did, but I don't. So,
It's the weirdest thing, David. You have told us this repeatedly, but I always picture you with hair.
Well, of course.
If I remove the helmet, and mental image in my head is with you with hair.
just
I always
flowing.
pictured him taller, but he's not.
Yeah. But no, but this is where I'll take my shots at Woody and Brendan Fraser, because now I'm in the club where I'm allowed to. It's like this is
Suddenly, all the bald actors seems to be the coolest people around.
No,
Vin Diesel,
I'm like,
The Rock,
you
yeah.
freak, right?
Yeah, you got.
Instead of joining the club.
Vin Diesel, you love The Rock. Now see Bald Woody.
Bald Woody. Now, something else though. No, go on. What you go? What?
I was gonna say that should be someone's stage name.
Bald Woody.
Bold Woody.
Yeah.
Now starring Bold Woody.
Now, this is from a Spider-Man, Superman comic crossover.
What the fuck?
Now, my biggest thought is, why does Superman need Spider-Man at all? He doesn't. But this is a genuine
he doesn't.
thing.
And I mean, it could have been a crossover event, right?
Yeah,
I mean, they did a crossover event a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
Like a massive crossover event with the Absolute series that DC's been doing.
Yeah, there you go. This is Absolute.
Oh, yeah,
Green
yeah,
Arrow right here. Oh, yeah, so I was going to say about this. The writer's name is Porn Sack. That's an unfortunate name, isn't it?
That's probably not how you say it.
His name is Porn Sack.
You're...
Hey, what you got there? Oh, it's just my porn sack. You know what I mean?
Porn sack penis shot.
Yeah. Porn
But yeah,
sack
so
penis shot.
so the Absolute, like they did in the Absolute ones, they had Homelander versus Superman.
Oh wow! And who won?
And
that?
they did what they. Pardon?
Who won?
No, doesn't Superman just stomp him?
Would you like to know who won?
Yeah.
If you say Homelander, I'm
Nobody.
gonna yell bullshit.
Nobody.
Why?
So okay, so the reason they did it is because the whole world is falling apart, and the only way that they can fix it is if they create enough energy fighting other superheroes to charge the world builder's hammer, the world forge's hammer. So they send all the heroes that are alive to fight these different beings. So you got like Wonder Woman fighting Red Sonja, you got the Joker fighting Annabelle, all these different characters. You got Superman and Homelander.
Wait, Annabelle the doll.
Annabelle the doll. I am not. Trust me, this is too stupid to make up. So Superman goes into the world of the boys and he finds Homelander and they start fighting. Superman does make a clarification that Homelander's heat vision is as strong as his, but just before Homelander can beat up Superman, they send all these heroes back. The World Forger sends them back, and Homelander goes, "No, I want to kick this Boy Scout's fucking ass." And then he's gone. So there's no clarification as to who would have won that fight.
Oh.
But they did fight.
This is the David Crosswayne Superman. This is the freaking David Crosswayne Superman who gets his ass handed down in every fight. That's why he didn't stop.
Because Homelander did punch him, but then Superman just uppercutted him from underground and kind of made him bleed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the two can go toe to toe with each other. But I was more interested in the fact that the Joker was fighting Annabelle.
To be fair, that's a much more of an interesting matchup.
No, yeah, because you had a Bat. Was it Batgirl or Hunt? No, it's Batwoman. She was fighting Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Too stupid to make up.
Yeah, here's the thing. With Wonder Woman fighting Red Sonja, right? The only way Red Sonja has stand a chance if Wonder Woman doesn't use her powers. Red Sonja is just Conan the Barbarian, but a girl. She doesn't have like super strength or anything like that. Okay, so I was like, how does that match even work?
It did work, and technically Red Sonja was a Marvel character. So technically Wonder Woman did step into the Marvel universe.
Did Red Sonja have powers in the Marvel universe?
No, because it's the world of Conan the Barbarian. And think about it, it's an Amazon fighter fighting a barbarian big-ass woman fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Wonder Woman lives...
It makes more fucking sense than Batwoman fighting Sabrina the Teenage fucking Witch.
Dave, like, Wonder Woman lifts a ship. Red Sonja bicep curls. There's a big difference. Like, I can lift a helicarrier. Oh, I can bench 220. Fine. How does that work?
Don't ask. I gave you the reason why they fought. They had to charge enough energy for the World Forger to charge his fucking hammer to fix everything.
So if this fight was real, right? Like Superman and Wonder Woman in particular. So Superman goes, just keep punching me, and he's just like taking a massage from Homelander. Well, Red Sonja and Wonder Woman's also doing the same. Okay, right here. Okay, that's how we keep this up for a while. Is it charged yet? Okay, bye. This is what they need to do. But the Joker and the Annabelle one could be interesting.
That was funny. That was just funny. And he actually makes a comment like the doll does move, and he literally because I think at that point Sonya and Wonder Woman like burst in because the worlds are falling together, and Joker turns to them and he says,
The funny thing is demons and things like that in horror movies, right? They use psychological complete nutso. Like, how do you psychological warfare a complete nutso? It's like,
I don't know. Let's go.
Dream...
You and me right now. Let's go. You and me right now. Let's go.
Right. I don't know what's going on. I was distracted for a minute. I realised about a minute and a half ago.
Aren't you?
I know. No, it's true. But I realised a minute and a half ago I'd lost the thread of what you were saying. And at a certain point I was like, right, I'll dip back in. But now it sounds like you're about to get into fisticuffs. So
no, so we put up the point, like, if Joker's facing Annabelle, because that's an interesting matchup, because most in horror movies, like these ghosts and demons kind of thing, play psychological warfare on regular people.
Yeah.
How will that work against a complete nutso?
So I'm saying, right, let me and Cap, we do this right now then.
So what you're saying? What would the Joker be like if a ghost haunted him?
I think he'd like it.
Yeah, I think he would be...
Yeah, but here's the thing. He wakes up dreaming that his face went off, and he would be like, yeah, I do that on a Tuesday. For real. Not just dreaming it.
Yeah, I did that already. Let's move on.
But, like, so the thing is, if you get something like Annabelle or any of these things, or Megan, or when you have, like, an evil doll or something, the people run away. The Joker would just go and rip its head off. It would be done quite quickly.
Yeah.
You know, whereas people would be like, did that doll move? And they'd run away. Joker would just run.
Yeah, because it's on one of the pages. He's just sat there without the Annabelle doll, just having a cup of tea. He's just sat there chatting with the fucking doll.
Yeah. Yeah, because, like, if you move a table, the other person, the sane person, would be like, that table just moved. But Joker would be like, yeah, I'm crazy. Of course that table moves. Wow. He wouldn't just care. He wouldn't care for all the shenanigans.
Okay, so guys, something else I've got for you here. We've got a few minutes left before I have to wrap things for improv. Where was it? Oh, I've lost it. So, yeah, here's something interesting. Apparently, the voice of Amy Rose in Sonic the Hedgehog 4 is going to be Kristen Bell. Do you recognise her, Veronica Mars?
Mm-hmm.
Right, so she's going to be the voice of Amy. And the thing this had me thought, I was like, like, you know, she was Veronica Mars like 20 years ago or something. And I looked it up, and the cast of Sonic the Hedgehog,
they don't get voice actors anymore. They usually get celebrities to voice animated movies now most of the time nowadays. It's voice actors usually now end up being on games or like shows of like animated projects that comes off like in the indie circuit more than anything else now. So
yeah, but Ben Schwartz isn't a famous celebrity.
Could you imagine, like, if we're like sometime in the future we got like a Sonic 10 or something, and Ben Schwartz is still giving us like the hype, young enthusiasm of Sonic, and then Idris Elba's just going, "Where's your man? I gotta go fake, don't you hate me?"
Well, yeah, this is what I mean. It's just an interesting observation.
At that point, they would just AI his voice like they did with James Earl Jones, which Disney owns.
Idris Elba's like 50-something, 53. Everyone's quite old to be voicing Sonic the Hedgehog characters. It surprised me. Like, how old how old is Chris Pratt?
Yeah.
Well, look more Keanu Reeves when he did Shadow.
Well, yeah, he's like 63, it said.
Yeah, Shadow is 63 years old.
They have Idris Elba as Knuckles. That's the weird. I even made it when that movie came out. I was like, oh my god. Knuckles is the manliest character in the movie that came out this year because it was fucking voiced by Idris Elba.
Okay, but like Sonic to me feels like a teenager. Like, I don't know how old he is. Mario, I would
he's
take...
meant to be 16.
Okay, well there you go. So Chris Pratt is 46, and so even if you take a couple of years off of when he first voiced Mario, and he's completely wrong for it, but he's like, Mario seems like he's in his mid-40s. Princess Peach, voiced by, she's 29. You know, she could be a little bit younger for that character. Charlie
She's
Day
older than me.
is
She's older
50.
than
They've
me.
got 50-year-old being Luigi. Jack Black
Cap,
is
get
Bowser.
in
He
your
could be
pants.
any age. 56. They get okay. The guy playing Toad is 54. Although actually, Keegan Michael Key. I didn't know that actor's name. He's really funny.
He is really funny. I like him.
Bowser
You mean
Jr.
Keo
is
or Ryan?
39.
Keegan.
Okay.
Yeah, and then Brie Larson will be Princess Rosalina, and she's 36. Yeah, that's
Yay!
yeah. Okay, anything
She
else
won't be involved in the press
on your
tours, Dave.
mind, guys?
Yes.
Tell me things.
I played last night. I played Poppy Playtime Chapter 5.
And
Fucking epic.
I don't even know what
It
Poppy
was-
Playtime is. This on Steam?
It's on Steam, yeah. So it's kind of like this company went under, all the staff went missing. You play the last employee, and you go back. You get a mysterious tape sent to you, and you go back to the factory. And you're chased by monster toys, pretty much. And I thought, like chapter. I think. Are you muted?
No.
Oh, you're muted. But yeah, so chapter 5 came out last night. I streamed it on the channel last night, and honestly, it really did really well, because there was a lot of people on YouTube, a lot of people out there that were saying that there's a lot of leaks coming out. They leaked the image of a character who's called the Prototype. I never saw it. I stayed away from any leaks, any spoilers, anything like that. But no, it was good. There was good storytelling, nice new characters that we were introduced to, and we did get to see the Prototype.
Okay.
It looks freaking awesome. But I will play the advocate a little bit, in that it didn't look like what I thought it would look like, but it still looked amazing for what it was. And that's the point, in that we've been building up what this thing looks like now for about 3 years or so.
Wow.
And no one's really going to be satisfied what it looks like in the end. No, everyone's all built up this image about what it could look like.
What does it play like? Is it like Five Nights at Freddy's?
No. So as you move around, you get this thing called a grab pack, and you use these hands to interact with the world. I mean, you can press, like, on keyboard and that, you press the E button to interact, but you can use the grab pack to do things. And then in chapter 3, they kind of expand the grab pack a bit more, so you get different types of hands. So you get like a pressure hand to jump higher, a flare gun, and all these sort of things for it. But each chapter is different as well. So like the first one is just walk in, get chased by the monster. 2, you do a bit more puzzle solving. 3 is really more puzzle solving. 4 expands the story a lot more, and it's really good. I recommend it to anybody, really.
Okay, so what I've just found out is, 1, the first one is free on Steam.
Yep.
And 2, according to How Long to Beat, the first one only takes 53 minutes to beat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I can get into this. The second one apparently takes 2.5 hours. After
It does.
that, the third one and the fourth one both say 5 hours. But if the fifth one's only just come out, it doesn't have a time. So how long did you finish 5?
I did finish 5.
How long
I
did
finished
it
it in 4 hours.
Okay.
But that's because I was expertly using my expert puzzle solving skills to break the game and break the door. Because I found this out later, is that I was just pressing buttons on one of these keypads, and it just went like boop beep. So I was like, oh. So I pressed the right button the first time, and then I just used the sound. And then later, I was supposed to do this part of the puzzle, so I was going back and do the other bit, and it showed me the code anyway. I was like, oh, well, I already figured out the puzzle. I already figured out the door code, so yay!
That's cool.
Yeah,
David, check out how long will it take? How long will it take to finish Detroit Becoming Human?
That's 9 hours,
Wait,
isn't it?
Detroit, what's it called?
Detroit Become Human.
Detroit Become Human.
Yeah, I'd say definitely if anyone wants to play Poppy Playtime, as David said, it's free. Like the first chapter's free. Definitely go and check it out. It is a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, okay. Detroit Become Human is 12 hours.
I could beat Ocarina of Time in that time.
Wait, but so what's the point? Why that one?
No, it's just I was like comparing like how would you feel about it considering that most of the games I play, David goes like, it's too long, I can't
No,
finish
12.
it.
So
This game you will also.
I've heard that Resident
Yeah.
Evil 9 is a significantly longer game than past ones. But even then, it's like 18 hours or 19 hours or something. So be it, right? That's fine.
Resident Evil was fine. Like with Detroit, the problem is that you got many storyline options. It's not really a fun gaming game. It's more of an interactive storytelling game. So
Right.
you have like every choice leads to different outcomes. And
Buy
things
our
like
new
that.
game. It's not really a fun game, but
yeah, it's not. I thought it was gonna be something like more like detective adventures, like with like Sherlock and Black Sad and things like that. But it wasn't that. It was very story driven. I mean, Danny also played this game and he really enjoyed it because like he got all the endings and things like that. For me, I had a huge problem because this game shifts between characters to the story as you progress through the story. And the problem with that is that you can never play one character to his full motivation if you want all those characters to survive. When you go through the first playthrough, you're playing as the robot that hunts, the robots that rebel or break away from the programming. But those robots are also the good guys, but you're playing as the good guys, and then you play as this robot hunter. But you don't want him to actually find the clues because the good guys of that people will get hurt, but you don't also want them to get fired. So you're in this constant battle of, I can't fully do my role as this character because I'm shifting between perspective and I want all the characters to survive. And it was a miserable experience because of that.
Okay. Right, guys, I'm afraid just because of timings, I'm going to have to begin to wrap tonight. But the one thing I will say, just because it came up from when I went to the main screen, it says here, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, 51 hours to complete, but if you want to do it all, it's 174 hours.
Yeah, I ain't doing that. I'm just gonna play and hopefully annoy Cap as much as possible by playing it last.
Do you know, I just wish either make the whole game, or just make a sequel. Because it really bugs me that it's like, I want to. Because for me, completing a game is reaching the credits.
No. Here, okay, I will defend this game, dude. Because here's this game is an experience. If you want to live in a fantasy world as a supernatural swordsman, here you go. Explore away. You have a plot. You can finish that game plot in like pretty easy, pretty fast if you just follow the plot. But if you want to explore and do all this fantasy shit that you like to do, then you got this entire world filled with mysteries and exploration and side quest. Have at it.
Yeah, just make a sequel. Right.
He threw a ball. I'm going to swing.
Go for it.
You saying about playing as a fantasy swordsman in games, mate? Fable 2, Fable 3, Elder Scrolls Morrowind, Elder Scrolls Oblivion, Skyrim, Remastered, Baldur's Gate, Baldur's Gate 2, Baldur's Gate 3. They
are also ridiculously big. They are also ridiculously big.
But
okay,
good, but
so the Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim Special Edition, main story 26 hours, completionist 204 hours. It's like,
I'm working to that. I'm working on it.
Right, I just don't have the time. Right, but I wish I did.
Fable is getting a reboot, right? Fable is getting
a reboot.
Right, and on that note, guys, Cap, where can people find you?
You can find me on Sword Beats, where I sing and dance, I throw myself in a bucket, and I work with puppets. And you can watch a brand new Valentine sketch, or you can watch me give Disney princesses as waifus to the Primarchs of 40K. So go check Sword Beats out, and you can see me here on numerous shows.
Dave.
You can find me here on numerous shows as well, and check out my YouTube channel, as I said earlier, where Dave MC Gaming, where I recently did a Poppy Playtime live stream of Chapter 5, so definitely go and check that out. There's a highlights video as well if you want to see the little bits of the moments from it as well, and there's other live streams that happen on Saturdays, Sundays, Mondays, and Tuesdays. Check out my merch store, and play Chapter 5.
Awesome.
Or play Poppy Playtime.
And my name is David Psansky. Find me at Geek Battle on all the platforms, or most of the platforms. But follow Geek Battle and Geek Battle Gaming and the new Geek Battle channels, which are starting up very soon. So look out for those, but I'll give more details soon. Ooh. Right, and so with that, until next time, stay safe, always stay extreme, live long and prosper, may the force be with you. Nanu, nanu.